We were trying to move from way in the south, a 2 days car journey north, and there were so many regulations and checkpoints. You really couldn't travel from neighborhood to neighborhood, let alone across provinces and states. On the one hand, there was the COVID anxiety, and then we had a coup. The military overthrew the government. We started hearing from people that, like, basically because of the coup, a lot of the people who take money at the toll gates between the provinces on the highways went on strike. And so we suddenly thought we might be able to drive this thing. My wildest fears were like, oh, they're going to stop us and make us go quarantine in a government hospital, no air conditioning. Well, so the first time we drove, it was like driving under normal times. We didn't see a lot of soldiers on the road. There were no COVID checkpoints. So the curfew's at 8, and we got into the house at like 7:45. There was a knock at the door, and it was the military. He said, we're going to lock you in now. They had their own padlock, their own key, and they put a big sign up on the gate, COVID quarantine. Nobody goes in, nobody goes out. Another family here in town had put some food in, but there still wasn't a ton of food. So what we would do for the food delivery is I would get a ladder and I would reach over and get the food. And, after a couple of days of just being in the house, I was really curious about our new neighborhood and I couldn't see much. And so then I took to read my Bible up there in the morning. I had a lot of interactions with people because people would stop and be like, what are you doing on the ladder? This one old boy, he came by and he saw me up there one morning when I was reading my Bible. He said, what are you doing up there? And I said, well, this is the Bible. I read the Bible every morning. I'm a Christian. Well, it turns out he's a Christian too. That was really how I started my friendship. He was just really tickled because he didn't know any other Christians in this neighborhood. And then this Muslim guy walks by. So I talked to him a lot up on the ladder. Almost every day he'd walk by, and he's super curious. Like, he's a super curious person. We talk about Islam and Christianity. I would just go up there on the top of the ladder and people would see me and I couldn't leave the house. I'd talk to them. They were curious about me and I was curious about the neighborhood and about them. So it's just a good way to see what was going on and just read the Bible and pray for people.